I get why the right has these, what I would argue are often legitimate fears, because the left does not stop eating civilization.
Correct.
And think about what an unfortunate position that puts us in, because then someone like me can make an announcement like this, then good, decent, thoughtful conservatives, some of faith, maybe some not of faith, whatever it is, could reach out and say, boy, this is what an interesting opportunity, and sure, it's a little different, and whatever, all the love that you and the Blaze guys and everyone else are giving me. And then there's this other part that's legit, which is,
correct,
if we move the line, they're gonna keep going. And I don't know what the answer to that is.
Dave.
I honestly don't, because that has nothing to do with me and how I'm gonna live my life.
Dave Rubin is learning the hard way. No matter how much grifting you do, degrading yourself, sucking up, and morals you dispose of, the tolerant right still won't accept LGBTQ plus folks as equals or even as people worthy of respect. This is Rebel HQ. I'm Sandee Lovas.
I also know God created you just like he created me, flaws and all. I believe I have a gene, they've never found it, that makes me very susceptible to alcoholism because it runs in my family. So does craziness, but it runs in my family. The same thing with things that I don't understand.
Let's stop right here, okay? Anyone watching this who is gay, trans, or queer in any way, you're beautiful. There is nothing wrong with you. I know what Glenn Beck said cuts deep. Being gay is not an illness. It's not an addiction to overcome. It's not a flaw in your genes. It's part of what makes you whole. Glenn uses his religion to justify his bigotry and hate because he's unwilling to accept a world where he's not at the top of an imposed hierarchy. The flaw is with cowards like him.
We have to just work it out together and be able to say, Dave, I disagree, or I don't know what the answer is, but I love you.
Ah, yes, you're fine as a person, I just hate everything you do line. So what prompted this exchange? Dave Rubin announced he and his husband are going to become fathers. Turns out the tolerant right Dave is so proud to be a part of, not so tolerant. Okay, Dave, did you not see this coming? That the people who are criminalizing parents for loving and supporting their trans children, that they might have an issue with you? The side that wants to check people's genitals to determine which washroom they can use, or physically examine children so they can be banned from playing sports at school because, they're all about inclusivity. The people who want to force childbearers to carry a pregnancy to term, even if they were raped, even if that pregnancy will kill them because, family values. You mean to say the side that is making it illegal to reference relationships like yours to children under a certain age because they don't want to expose them to inappropriate sexual behavior, that they might see what you're doing as grotesque? That never occurred to you? Wait, what state are you in again? Oh, right, Florida, the state you chose to move to because of freedoms. Nah, it was about less taxes and censorship. So tell me, how does the Don't Say Gay bill fit into the cancel culture narrative you're so fed up with? Did you really think you would be able to continue on like this? And now your boss, Glenn Beck, is struggling to do damage control. They could keep you as a token gay person so long as you didn't express it too much. But what do you think will happen to your career when Glenn gets too much pressure to drop you? It's impossible for someone like Glenn to stick to his values and support you raising children. When it was just you and your husband, it was manageable, contained. But now you're having kids and will groom them and all of their friends into the gay agenda by simply being their parents. This is what the right is. You can't work with them on any level. They're not interested. If a woman, an LGBTQ plus folk, or a person of color tries to game the system, they will always lose in the end. The right will use that person, and as soon as they have what they want, they have no qualms about ditching them. Look, if I have a pool full of pet sharks and I treat them well and feed them plenty and they're docile enough to let me swim with them because, they know me, do I really get to act surprised when they receive me differently if I go swimming when it's my time of the month? Dave has to live with the knowledge he sold out and contributed to the toxic environment he now has to raise his children in. This is the world he helped to create by using his status as a gay man to help legitimize the right. What will his kids say when they're old enough to see the hand he played in them getting harassed at school because they have two fathers? How sad and pathetic is it that he encouraged people to call him the F slur just to be accepted? He had the opportunity to use his platform to help the community he's a part of, and instead, to gain money and fame, he sold out, degraded himself by sucking up to people who have told him to his face they think he's unworthy. Nice friends. This is Dave's legacy. It's easy to sell out and tempting when you're broke, but choosing to stick to your principles even when times are tough will always bring you more fulfillment in the end. I do, and do you know how I sleep at night? Actually, quite horribly. I have a lot of anxiety and I'm tossing and turning all the time, but that really has more to do with my mental health. I live by my values, and they give me some peace knowing that I'm helping others find their voice, that by me putting myself out there, others may not have to experience the same things I have. It's about growing movements and uplifting as many people as possible. I can't change the world, but together, we can. For more of my stuff, look for me on social media as Left of the Box. Don't forget to hit buttons and leave comments. Thanks for watching, and until next time, get informed, get involved.